am an attorney. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Palestinian.
The crowd are met with honks of support. For hours, hundreds of immigration attorneys and community members hold signs and chant to support the Muslims and refugees now restricted from entering the U.S.
Determined is the perfect word to describe all of the people who have come out here. And in fact, they were able to save 4 people who are now here recovering at the hospital tonight from hypothermia. Now, despite all of the odds, they say they are hoping for that miracle tonight that Lexi was just mentioning, and they are going to fight until they get it. They are the people tasked with the title of hero, and it's one they don't take lightly, especially now.
I don't recall anything of this magnitude. Nothing like this. Nothing like this.
The flash flood water surprising swimming hole guests, Mother Nature's monsoon, and the recent Highline fire behind what made this flood so deadly.
There's very little vegetation, and the water just runs right off. So that added to the flash flood. It also added a lot of debris and ash from that fire.
It took the strength of DPS, fire departments, rescue crews, and volunteers to sift through all of it. While they fight to pull aside that heavy debris, their hearts even heavier.
That weighs on you, and that wears you down. It does.
In the shadow of Mandalay Bay again, a place they don't want to remember, but will never forget.
This is just a memory of all of those that have lost their lives.
Lachey Johnson still wearing the wristbands from working the concert all 3 nights. Tonight she helps a coworker pick up her car, not knowing the simple task would be this hard.
Sorry.
Memories race back.
Then all of a sudden I just heard da 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 da, and then I just started seeing bodies, and I just started grabbing people, saying, "Get up underneath the bleachers."
Check. Okay, no breathing, heart stopped, next person. No breathing, heart stopped, next person, okay. And then people were moving. They were doing C-spine, and yeah, it wasn't cool.
Today, Jesse's one of 7.
I'm going to baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Taking a plunge to a new life.
I've been choosing all kinds of different ways, and so far it didn't work. So now I'm going to try this.
Your expression in your face shares more than you ever need to say.
Guns, we found an old rusted pistol.
Dennis Chandler has so many stories.
He had this gold ore.
But beyond the ones he tells,
this is 1951.
Are countless more arranged and waiting on these shelves.
You know, there's so much history, you know. I mean, the cowboys and the Indians.
Chandler came to Arizona when the state itself was just 34 years old.
And away they go to a perfect start.
He's fast, feisty, and at only 4 years old, Viviendo El Sueno is, yes, living the dream. Vinny, as he's known around here, is the newest addition to this retirement home for racehorses, called after the home stretch.
These games are worth much more than the score. Spring training now brings more than 1 million out-of-state baseball fans to the Valley each year, who together make a $500 million impact.
We're looking at a 5-year strategic plan.
Less than a half-hour drive from 3 fields.
It's a beautiful place to come and grab a cup of coffee.
Glenn Schlottman is a few months into his brand new position as Gilbert's tourism administrator, working in part to put the East Valley town on every fan's roster.
We see the energy within our own community, within Metro Phoenix, of people visiting Gilbert. And so it's a good time to keep that energy going and see what we can do.
With 2 new hotels under construction, the town's strategically advertising to baseball fans in Oakland and Chicago. They don't have a ballpark, so are instead pitching Agritopia, the Riparian Preserve, and a diverse food and dining scene.
In the past 5 years, 26 new restaurants have opened their doors here in Gilbert's downtown Heritage District.
Schlottman says it's a lineup that bumps Gilbert to the big league, making it the perfect place to eat, sleep, and explore.
What we want people to do is use Gilbert as their home base for travel throughout Metro Phoenix and throughout Arizona. And we think we have a compelling argument when we take that route.
John Genovese, ABC 15, Arizona.